Oh, this is like... Oh, Winter World. It's good timing with like the winter, even though we do not have snow here. I can experience snow in VR chat. I used to live in the southeast, and the south gets a lot of snow. Like enough in the good kind of snow too, where you can make snowmen. So I had plenty of that, thankfully. I had that experience, but um snow at night is really nice. I've had my experiences with walking, when it's really quiet, no one's driving, and you go out and walk around the neighborhood a bit when there's like the snow is falling lightly, and you just have like, how the sky ends up looking like weird and pink, and you got like a few street lamps. Very peaceful. Ooh. I don't mind the way snow looks. It just kind of sucks to deal with. So, like, for people who live in areas that don't have snow, I know it looks beautiful. I don't like, but if you're actually like living in a place that gets ice all the time, you're probably not gonna like it. This is spooky. Is this gonna be like a nightmare liminal type thing? Cause it's giving me that vibe. Let's see, there's click on the locks to unlock fast travel. Find and collect soul gems to unlock. Oh, this has like a thing. When you're done exploring, you will know. Exploring is not linear, which means you might go back and forth without a logical sequence. World is slightly spooky, but not horror. Okay. Oh, okay, this is like just randomly here. Does your long time with VR make horror games easier to handle? Nope. Absolutely not. It is always scary. It's always like, even though I am someone who can usually handle horror games, I am a big horror fan. And despite that, the thing is like, even if you've been in VR for a while, the problem is like your brain, when you're in VR, your brain will perceive things. VR does some funny stuff to the brain. But, things that are supposed to be virtual, your brain still perceives things as seemingly real. So, like, the thing that always gets me, and I fucking hate it, is jump scares. Like, no matter what map I've been in, even if it's, like, stupid, silly jump scares, they still fucking scare me. Like, that's why, there was, like, some submissions to Spookality, too, that... Like, when I started learning that the map had jump scares, like, when it was, like, one after another, I had to start, like, looking away and, like, covering my eyes and not trying to look directly at the jump scares if I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna run into more, because it would cause my blood pressure to spike, and I would get, like, it would make my heart jump. Okay, I'm guessing these are, like, fake doors. They're not functional. Whoa. Now, this is a kind of, like, liminal space I haven't seen done before. These, like, I don't know what you call them, but this looks something that, like, you would see in the 90s. Like, this sort of, like, design. This is very 90s. Oh, wow. Yeah, like, the rays are kind of, like, different colors, too. This is nice, visually. This is more like Dreamcore. Oh boy, it's getting like loud. Well, at least until... Huh. I wonder if this is like very short spaces. Which is a nice thing to do. It's something I want to do more in VR because I may have forgotten to mention it because I haven't streamed it. I wasn't sure about streaming it because I've already seen a lot of the rooms. So I'm not sure if I would have as much to say or reaction to it compared to people playing it for the first time. But the Soup Rooms game that I also contributed rooms to is based on the original like game that Soup Rooms and a bunch of like other soup like projects are based on is Soup 0.91, which is like a mini homage to LSD Dream Emulator, but I like the idea of just like it's a walking sim type of thing, right? So there's not too much to do. It's more like a walking and looking art type thing with music and stuff, but I still appreciate those things too because they're very like dreamlike. And with the Super Imps thing too, it's basically like going into these like miniature spaces that have a certain like vibe to them or atmosphere with the music and the visuals, and then you like go into a wall and it just like teleports you to like another random space that is completely different, might have a completely different vibe, might be scary, might be whimsical, might be tranquil. That's a concept I really like, and I'd like to see more of it in VR because I think VR can really expand on like the way it's done. Like I'm guessing this is kind of doing that. There's also LSD Dream Emulator maps in VR chat that kind of do the same thing where they like you go to one map and then it like teleports you randomly around. Does this go anywhere? Spooky. Yeah, little spaces like this, it's a really good tool for creativity. Because of like you're kind of limiting yourself to only doing certain things. Oh boy. That looks like Bozo the Clown. Have you guys, any of you guys old enough to like have watched Bozo the Clown? Man, I like the 70s. I know they started doing this stuff in like the 70s too, but mascot shows, I don't think that's something we do anymore. Like I mean I don't even know if like kids would be interested in shit like that, but um like the 70s up to like, you know, the 80s and the 90s, we would have so many of these like shows, whether it be game shows or sitcoms or like educational shows, where someone was like a mascot. I think we have stuff for like little kids now, but I mean like just for like the general audience. Um, I don't think we have that anymore. Can I not go in here? Oh, this is the kind of liminal you see a lot of in VR chat, along with backrooms. It's like a popular, this sort of like, um, I don't know what you call this really, like abandoned play space, interior play space. There's also a map that's just an infinite ball pit of darkness. Steve from Blue's Clues is the closest kind of thing now. Is he still around? Well, not the original guy, right? I think they've changed the. So I think with this, I actually have to find out where to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's like a puzzle. Interesting. Oh. Oh, hey. Hold on. There's like jumping pads in here. Yeah, I gotta like bend my knees to make it look a little more realistic. Otherwise, I'm just like, I just look like if I just stand straight, I just look like I'm T posing. It's funny because my knees cracked a little bit when I did that. Oh no. Oh god. Clown Dream Core. That's right, I'm supposed to be collecting these soul gems. I can't believe he finally showed himself to me. What? Let's see. He's a guest for the modern one. Oh, he sort of does nostalgia clips for adults. Interesting. Why is it so shiny in this room? Oh, I'm in a different room now. Yeah, this is interesting because like in a lot of liminal maps I've been in VR chat, um it kind of has like, it's a little linear where they, I mean, they're not all linear, but they basically have like a specific path you like, that you can follow. It doesn't like throw you around like this. So eventually you can see all the stuff. Oh, this is, I, hell no. I don't know about this. Would you go on the multicolored multi-slide down into the depths of the abyss? Here, let's make it look immersive here. All right, here we go. Oh, that's a, like, oh, this is ominous. Well, actually, a lot of the rooms are pretty ominous. This is like, did you ever meet an in real life cartoon mascot? I saw Pikachu as a kid. Honestly, my parents never really did that kind of stuff. I would say the only thing that might count is seeing the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics, like back in the 90s. Does that count? I've never actually seen like been close to a costumed like mascot. That was definitely a thing though. Like I was really jealous because back in the 90s, Power Rangers, oh, this is really cool looking. When I was a kid, Power Rangers was really big, and I was also a big fan of Power Rangers. And like, I think like some of them, like the Green Ranger, I don't know if it was the actual dude though. It might have been just like someone dressed as them, like doing events and stuff. But they were like, kids would get to like see the Power Rangers and stuff at these events, or wherever they held them at. And I was like, I've seen kids doing that. I was like fucking jealous because I wanted to see like the Power Rangers, if that counts as like a mascot. uh that's what I wanted to see. I like the Green Ranger a lot, so I was kind of hoping I get a chance to meet him. But rest in peace. What was his name? He passed away like, was it a couple years ago? Your standard jackal outfit kind of makes me think of Sentai. Oh yeah, the android. A lot of the influences of the android are like, I guess Sentai-esque, but also based on shit like Mega Man and Iria Zerum and like Zero from Mega Man, and like the androids from Persona. But those also have influence in like Sentai, like tokusatsu stuff. So, and then with the android, a lot of the design on it is like pulled from motorcycles or sports bikes. So I was joking the other day about like having an avatar. Whoa. A lot of this is like less liminal and feels more like brutalist. It's like very oppressive. But yeah, I was talking about the other day of having like an avatar that turns into a motorcycle, and like having a character that has like armor where they can kind of turn into a motorcycle. Power Rangers was your first hyperfixation? I'm trying to think. Because I was talking on Blue Sky the other day how Mega Man was like actually my first hardcore video game I got into when I was like a toddler, or like an extremely young person, like I want to say like Anywhere from like, I don't know, 3 to 10 or something like that. Back in like the early 90s. So yeah, they had the Mega Man cartoon. Whoa. Oh, we got the I've seen this I'm wondering what effect does this. Because I've seen a lot of hallways like this in VR chat. And it gives you the vibe of the twisty hallway in Ocarina of Time in the Forest Temple, which I fucking love that temple. But what was I gonna say? Beetlejuice hallway, huh? Yeah, I think Mega Man, at least for games, Mega Man was my first hardcore interest. Like, I even did drawings and stuff when I was like extremely little. The Mega Man characters were kind of easy to draw as a kid, like the way they were designed. As for shows, what did I watch? What I mean, obviously there was stuff with mascots and all that. Oh yeah, I didn't really. I don't think I got into anything that had like physical mascots in it though, like other than Power Rangers. Well, they're not really mascots, they're more just, you know, characters in the show, costumes and like monsters and stuff. So like I really like Power Rangers. And then for shows, if you like any exclude any anime that I might have been in at the time, I'm trying to think what is the most. There was a lot of like 90s action hero shows, right? And I would get into stuff like Captain Planet too. I fucking love Captain Planet. I was obsessed with Captain Planet, like for some reason. I don't know. I guess I just really, if you think about it though, and a lot of the shows, the action hero shows in the 90s had influence the way they were designed, like Power Rangers. It was like you had this like team. It was like a Sentai hero team, you know. A lot of even the seemingly Western cartoons would have like a team of different types of like characters, and they had like different powers and stuff. So I like Captain Planet. Oh, it's just like unlock fast travel. Okay. I guess if you find those, I've probably been blinding the locks because I've been talking, but that's fine. But yeah, I guess if you find the locks, you can get back to some of these specific spots, because otherwise you have to just kind of randomly find them again. Whoa, this is like, it feels a little bizarre. So what happens with these specific hallways is usually when I see them in VR chat, they will untwist. So it's kind of like that hallway in Ocarina of Time where it has the effect where it like kind of untwists as you walk through it in some of the maps. This is not doing that. So look, yeah, let me show you. Yeah, I'm just like sideways right now. It feels really, oh, that's actually making me feel slightly queasy. Oh. Weird, yeah, usually ignore the sirens, by the way. There are crazy people around here. Oh my lord, what is going on? Yeah, I apologize for weird noises in the background. Looks like a stage from Evil Within 1. Floormaster, I actually kind of wish, I was mentioning before, because a lot of the Liminal maps, there's some areas in Liminal maps, like, where they have, like, the Escher stuff going on, which looks like this is gonna do. There's some areas in the Forest Temple that remind me of MC Escher, like, with the way some of the stuff is designed, so you have this, like, big room, kind of like this. A lot of liminal space have this, except like they won't always do the stairs. They'll do just like all these, like this platforms, different platforms and stuff that you have to get up to. But and then of course there would be a lower forest, so I'd be reminded of the Forest Temple, and I'd be like, man, how spooky would it be to like explore a place like this? But then all of a sudden you have like this the fear of like a giant hand that just falls down and like can grab you, or you have to like fight it. I would love to see that in VR, but it would probably be scary. Like, taking simple video game stuff like that. I mean, yeah, they're scary in Ocarina of Time, too. I fucking hate those things. But imagining, like, dealing with something like that in VR is, like... It just makes it more spooky. Like VR adds... It's funny about VR because you can take like things that seem simple or not as complicated in a video game and put it in VR and then it becomes like even more like there's more layers to it, you know? When you add like actual like something that simulates physical reality, like immersion, it just kind of like you experience it in a different way. Mind for a break in a theory. Okay. I'm gonna show you my that wasn't part of the game? What do you mean? The sirens? Oh. Yeah, if you hear sirens, it's not always... Most of the time it's just coming from where I'm at. You might wonder how I even sleep, but I somehow gotten used to it. It just goes into the background. What will I draw today? Oh, I can't even... Oh, this pen is like really funky and sensitive. Didn't I have like a dick-like way to draw the duck? I don't remember. I did have a dick duck, but now I can't remember how to draw the dick duck. Like, I don't remember. I can draw the dick cat just fine though. That's easy. Dick butt duck. That's, yeah. That's what that is. I feel very small. Am I supposed to be this small? Ooh. Wait a minute. This looks familiar. Whoa. Wait, these poles actually like curved up? That's freaky. There was another map I went that was submitted to Spookality where you would answer... I was supposed to do it on stream and I never did it. Where you answer questions and it gets like... It's supposed to test whether you tell the truth or you lie. And once you're done with the test, it sends you to like weird liminal spaces. Very interesting poll. It's kind of relaxing. Okay. I don't know if every room is supposed to have crystals, and I haven't been keeping track, so... I don't know what they... I don't remember what they unlock either. I don't see a glowy thing in here, so... Spooky. Oh boy. Oh shit. The TV rooms. So there's some different paths I can take. Some tunnels. There's like, what, 3? Oh, I bet these give kind of a hint of what they are. So this looks like money? Handhold money, heart, and a briefcase. This is probably like maybe to an office? I have no idea what that would be, and I don't know what the other one would be, so I'm gonna go into the heart one. Oh, this is like really cool. Oh, this keeps going and going. I like the... Whoa. I like the industrial noises. It reminds me of Silent Hill. Oh, pool rooms. Can't have a liminal space without pool rooms. I always say I never get tired of pool rooms because I like water, and the pool rooms are usually relax. Aw, man. Hell no. What? No, no. No. Get me back to the pool rooms. I don't want to be here. Well, there's a pool. This isn't the pool I wanted, though. What the hell? It's interesting because a lot of these spaces that you end up in this map are like dark and they're kind of like oppressive feeling. So when you finally end up in a liminal space that's like more on the like the tranquil side, it feels nice. Like it's like getting a nice treat every now and then. It's like you get a little treat. Can you imagine like a purgatory being like this if you're stuck in like, or maybe like a hell? I always think about like the concept of like hell or purgatory when I'm in a liminal space because it really does like feel like something that you would encounter if purgatory, like if you were to experience a form of purgatory where you're just like stuck in a liminal space, like an ever-changing liminal space forever. But it almost feels like torture because like like something like this where you're going through a lot of like you're just lost and going through a lot of like oppressive spaces, and then every now and then it throws you a bone. It's like, oh, see here, everything, it's just fine. It'll be just fine, and then like then it just throws you somewhere else. Like I think going over here was what sent me to the building, so I'm gonna stay away from there. I assume these send you to different spots. I'm actually kind of curious. There's like a fake beach. Ooh, I like this. Have you reached peace of mind? This is pretty nice. I don't mind this. I mean, I might be stuck in like liminal hell, but oh, look at this effect. It's like a CRT TV. It actually shows up a lot more on stream than I thought it would. I think? I don't know if that's a VR only effect or not. I have dreams like that where I'm lost the whole time, usually sitting in the mall. Mall is fine, like mall is associated with like usually good memories, but oh, something like this. Are these pills? Oh, yeah, imagine getting stuck in this place. There's nothing to see. Or the back rooms. Actually, no, that might send me somewhere else. Yeah, I like this concept though, because it just gives you, it doesn't like overstay. These little spaces don't overstay their welcome. It's just like you get a taste of it. And allows like, You can come up with different ideas when you just only have to fill like a small space, right? What is... Oh wait, this is not even English. What? Is this German? No, this isn't German. It is a... Is it a Northern European language? Because... Oh, thanks for the follow. Dit is... Oh, 20 jar. This is like... Is this like Danish or something? Okay, we're gonna take the pills. Wait, what did that do to me? Whoa, what? Did that just make me rainbow? I changed. Huh, it affects... That is interesting. I thought I was gonna get teleported somewhere. No, that's just like... Well... I think I'm gonna, like, jump down this hole now. Because that seems to be the only logical thing to do. Whoa. It's like freaky. Well, this is like a... What's real is but a fleeting guise. Truth and joy wear masked disguise. A shrouded mist, a veiled sight, hints at wonderful wonders bathed in light. I wonder if that's like an actual quote from something. I like how this has like interactables, but I'm kind of afraid to touch some of them because I don't want to like get teleported. I don't know. It almost feels like its own like SCP or something. I've kind of mentioned how on the discussion of SCPs, how liminal spaces almost feel like their own SCP. Kill. Huh, I wonder... And then you have a choice of doors. Weird. Oh, there's a gem here. Yeah, this is certainly a unique take on liminal stuff, because... Huh. Alright, so... Let's see what this does. Describe this environment. Solitude, comfort... I don't know if this is really comforting. Like, solitude. I wouldn't say I would feel that too alone in a noisy environment, so maybe... I mean, if you're on the top of like a building with a view of the city, in a room by yourself, maybe it would be fine, but... Describe this environment. Sadness, calm. I like rain. I guess it kind of looks like it's supposed to be a little rainy. There's like there's like water on the it's hard to see, but well, I'm used to... I mean, that's pretty much the environment here, so I'm used to that. It's not depressing. I like when it rains. It just kind of makes it hard to do stuff. Rain can be very, like, relaxing. Describe this environment. I mean, like, the area around the people seems kind of impressive looking, but Describe this environment. Therapy? Conversation. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, kill. Why would you kill them, though? Let them be. I mean, talking can be therapy, right? Describe this environment. Myself? Myself. So we'll pick the one on the right. So what happens? I'm tempted to go into the blue door because the red seems very oppressive, but is there like a middle? Please enter the door. Nothing for you here. We'll take this one. Aw, man. Is this famous pool room streamer Agent Purple Jacket? No, I'm blue at the moment. I'm blue today. See? I am the beanlet. Cause I'm in a liminal map and it feels appropriate to be the bean today. So let me go down a tunnel I haven't been. There's the briefcase. The heart takes me to the pool rooms, which I enjoyed, but... Well, here. I want to go back to that pool rooms, but I'll go down a different path. You know what it reminds me? This is gonna sound like so cursed to say, but like if... Oh, god damn it. I went out of it so soon. It's like the birth canal of a xenomorph, but I don't think, unless like a xenomorph has enough like human DNA mixed into it, because that's a thing. They mix themselves with different organisms, but yeah, xenomorph birth canal. That's the only thing that comes to mind. Okay, so I was already there. So this is like the one path I haven't been into yet. Don't get face hugged. Yeah, speaking of that, if you check out Super Rooms, which I contributed rooms to, you might find a little nice Aliens reference in there in relation to that. Oh, there's a camera. Let's see if I can get... Wait, why is it not... Where's the picture? Oh. That's not me. Where is me? Where? Oh. Am I supposed to do it like this? Man, I'm old and I don't even understand how virtual cameras work. Watch this camera actually be like not working like it should. Why is it? Okay, there we go. I thought the camera was cursed. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in this, but... Okay, so this goes nowhere? It just goes to, like, the two... Maybe I gotta, like, hit a wall or something. Interesting. So what if I go back here? This takes me to the... Okay, so kind of understanding where some of these are going. There's multiple exits. So I wonder if these go to, like, different areas. So let me go in here. Okay, so apparently only one of these works. This is weirdly giving me, like, Half-Life vibes. I don't know why. How about that Half-Life reveal? Ooh. The other day. I saw like a brutal shitpost somebody posted. I forgot, maybe one of you did it, but like it was like someone saying it was like a Simpson meme, I think. But like it was someone mentioning Half-Life 3 and then like the other person said, "Yeah, waiting half your life for Expedition 33 awards." Like oh, this is really cool. Oh, this is cool. This is like brutalist feeling. I like brutalist spaces. They're actually like you wouldn't think concrete would be comforting, but like they're I don't know why they're comforting. It's the thing with some people. I don't know if it's like something to do with just being brought up in an urban environment that makes them comforting for some people. Or if it's just like they kind of resemble like ancient like structures just made out of rock. Or maybe some primitive instinct to always want to be like near things that are made out of rock, like caves. Last of Us, yeah, it's yeah. I don't want to even mention Last of Us. It's unfortunate because I, it's funny because they always figure out some way to bring up Last of Us in the Game Awards. It is really unfortunate because we actually had it at one point. Uh, my partner, like when we first got the PS4, I think he got a bundle with the first Last of Us game, and it was really good. It was like a really cool. I was really into it, like the first game, and I didn't get hardcore into it like Resident Evil. Like it was just a very. I liked it, the concept and the fungal zombies and stuff. It definitely had its good points. It just got fucking taken over by it's just like wild to think of what it was, and then like what the discussion, everything, like the culture around it has become, and it's just like, man, it feels like it's been like tainted. It's hard to like, I don't know. I guess that's why like if you're someone who's not on like socials or anything like that, and you're just playing things like without even being connected to the internet or any like industry stuff or journalist coverage, it might be a blessing in some ways because you don't know, like, you're not aware of how pretentious shit gets. The pretentiousness is what I hate. Don't be pretentious when it comes to gaming. Like, um, ooh, I like tiled tunnels. It's something as someone who is also into art stuff, you know, I do my art, own art, music, and all that. I dabble in different areas. I kind of feel like the gaming is an art until it's this crowd is really annoying because games to me were always art even from the beginning. They are a type of art, just like music was always a type of art. Um, but I think that crowd that that latches on and really wants things to become more like movies before they'll be accepted as an art form, I can't stand those people. And they've kind of really tainted things when it comes to games. Like it is amazing when games are able to achieve a certain level of realism, or people are able to do like crazy stuff with visuals and the engines that we have now. But it's just like even the most simplest games can be a type of art still. Like you see that in the indie game scene. Like not everything has to be super realistic. Because there's a certain point where that even starts blending in. So it's actually nice to see, when indie games come up with like interesting like visual styles or concepts. So, always respect the indie space for that. Here, let me get to the blue. It's a blue light here, so I could talk to chat for a little bit. I always have like, I don't know if my opinions are that spicy. I like to complain about video games, but a lot of it is just like, I get upset about disrespect when it comes to gaming. I just wish people would respect the form as it has existed. And like, I'm someone that's pretty open minded too. I'm not like, I am definitely not a gatekeepy type of gamer at all. Like I try and be open to like new things, right? Because that can get pretty toxic too. Like, I think, most of my thoughts about like gaming and new people coming into it is basically like, okay, so let's say a game company changed things with a game, like a sequel and a series a little bit to make it a little more newcomer friendly or more appealing to like a wider audience. As long as they don't like destroy the core identity, I'm usually like fine with making these a little more flexible. Maybe like it was limited in terms of like technically limited previously, so maybe they can do more things now. That's fine. But like if you're someone that is new getting into something, it's usually nice when those people are like, "Oh, I really like this. I'm curious about its origins and the influence." So going backwards, and this is something I do because I don't always start with the first entry to series that I'm interested in. Like I'll discover new games all the time and be like, "Oh, well, I played a later entry. Now I'm curious about the series because I really like it. I'm gonna go backwards and like check out old entries." I Yeah, sometimes I'll get a little snippy though about stuff, and mainly I think when I start getting snippy about things, oh no, it's this hallway again. No, if I start getting like really like coming off like senile old man and a little too snippy about stuff, I think it's like the jadedness. And like I said, I'm not that gatekeepy. I do believe some, I like respecting the art of like, or the core of certain the core identity of games for sure, like growing up with them and how they were, but like I think the honestly, if I get too snippy about stuff, it's mainly because I've seen a lot of disrespect that is not deserved. That based on ignorance, like it's mostly disrespect based on lack of experience and ignorance. So like that's the only thing that pisses me off. I try to not talk out of my ass. Oh, there's a thing here. What is that? Also, this area might have a different... I didn't go through some of the other doors. Is that moving? What is that? Don't know what it is. I'm gonna go away. I don't know. I don't really like the... I don't... Like I said with the... I mentioned like back in the day, like when Dragon's Dogma came out, journals? Western journals were shitting on it and calling it discount Skyrim, which is horrible. Like, there is... Those games could be, like... They're very different. They're not the same. It's like, oh, they take place in a medieval-esque setting. Actually, they're not even the same setting because Skyrim is like a Nordic setting. Don't even have the same kind of combat. Yes, they have dragons. In fact, Dragon's Dogma dragons are better than Skyrim dragons. I'm sorry. It was just rude. It was like, you don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. Poor Dragon's Dogma. Made by the Monster Hunter team too, so it's like, what are you talking about? It was fucking Polygon. That's why I can't take journalists seriously. Okay, I need to get... I'm in a cycle here? I am stuck in a loop, chat. I might have to get out of here. I'm stuck in a loop of talking about, like, game criticism and... I might actually have to respawn. I'm stuck in hell. Actually, was it because... Did I go through the first door when I was in here? Find Cat World? Where did I... What... I don't know if all the doors in here... Because I don't know if I clicked on the first door since I was caught up in conversation. I did go around there, right? And hit a door, and then it led to, like, the same thing. Why is there blood in here? That's not nice. So what happens if I go in, like, the middle door? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. So I gotta do this again. So... Okay, so it saved my answers. Interesting, okay. So I went through the red door last time. Phil Fish and X-Play back in... Oh, yeah, it was really bad. You know what's funny about that, too? Because Finks sometimes shows X-Play on Gongo, and they actually liked, Nocturne, which is surprising. I'm gonna go through the blue door. I think the indie gave me... Oh, I'm back here. Am I? Oh, yes, I am. I'm in a loop, man. I need to find... maybe I need to respawn. Because I'm not ending up in, like, any place new. Maybe I need to go to the tunnel? I need to find a way to get to the tunnel, chat. Get back to the tunnel. What? Wait a minute. That's not a door. That's a false door. That's not a real door. What happens if I say no? Oh, here we are. This is like sort of back rooms? The back to school rooms, that's what this is. Huh. This is... Oh, no, this is the office rooms. Hey. Oh, man. You know what? This may not be something a lot of you understand or never ever got a chance to experience, but like growing up in the 90s, I had a parent that had like an office job, right? Like they were in a pretty like they were up there in terms of position. Like I would get a chance to they would work late. And so many times they would bring family to the office space, like to hang out and do whatever. Like while they would have to work on a project or something late. I'm gonna sit down because my feet are hurting me. I'm sorry for being old. Oh, okay. I love how like I don't know why models. I promise you, I don't sit like this that far in real life. I do sit like. But yeah, when I was a kid. But yeah, we got to hang out in like office spaces late at night, and no one else is there except us, like maybe family members. And so like I would do things like one of my parents would like go, there would be like a meeting room, right, where they had like the old like television on like a little rolly stand with like a VHS player. And so like for example, I remember watching like the He-Man movie and some other like movies back in the 90s as a kid, because like when my parents would stay late, so I'd just like be in there by myself in the meeting room while my parent was working, and I would watch like a movie on VHS in there. And like that was kind of like my first experience of like a liminal space, because the office space was empty. It was just us. Spooky. It definitely gets spooky, too. Does this go... There's a door here. Oh. Yeah, but empty office spaces are really nostalgic to me. You still get annoyed with Webb calling Twilight Princess Okami to what? What? Who said that? Why would they said that? Kind of reminds me of churches. Going to CCD at night weekly and the church would be deserted. Whoa, what is that noise? Oh, these are really loud. Do not enter. Life exam. Ever had a school day during a blizzard? Kind of liminal when so few people in the building. I can't recall that ever happening to me. And also, like, at some point, like, the high school I attended was, like, a campus, so it was mostly outside. Like, all the buildings are spread out. Big box TV and VCR in a cart was always nice to see in school. Jackal's like the FNAF protag. Who is the protag of Five Nights at Freddy? Oh, isn't it a... That was a security guard, right? What are your goals? Have you accomplished something? Do you hate me? Are you tired of playing? It doesn't matter anymore. You are going to fail. You belong to me now. God. You fail at life. Oh, hey. It's like the Windows wallpaper. This is interesting. Yeah, it's so funny too, because, like, you know how it's like kind of a meme that offices had the motivational posters? I think these are like not, I don't think these are motivational. These are unmotivational posters. But yeah, like motivational posters was a thing. It was funny. That was a thing in offices. Or they'd have like scenery. You are allowed one last call. Well, so there's different things I can do here. Demotivationals minus the 4chan. Why is that? I didn't know that was a 4chan thing. Yeah, liminal space is also, I probably brought this up before, about how it's like sweet and bittersweet, like kind of melancholy and nostalgic at the same time, because it, you know, with the empty malls thing too, there's some malls still thriving somehow. Like the mall I have around here is still thriving. It's still going on. In fact, the last time I was at the mall, they were having Christmas stuff and Labubu's. Just all the boo-boo stuff. Okay, so I'm back here. Might go visit that phone. The thing I miss a lot as a kid is bookstores. Like the amount of bookstores we had, where they had so much fun shit. Like Books A Million, especially. That was like a smaller book chain. Not like Barnes & Nobles or Borders. And I don't know if Books A Million existed on the West Coast, because I lived in the South at the time we had that. But a lot of the bookstores when I was a kid would have like these fun centers. Like, not only would they have books, they had like a lot of interactable stuff, and they had like toys, and sometimes they would have like something with video going on, like on a VHS or something. It's really, and they have all these like little like science-y toys, and some of the toy shops that exist now that I see, like the rare ones that I see, have stuff like that too, where they have more like Tinker Toy, science toys type stuff, but I kind of miss that. And, but yeah, it would be like, the thing is like, bookstores, being allowed to, like, when your parents went to a bookstore, there would always be cafes too. That was the thing at Books A Million as well. They'd always have a cafe, and then you just let your kids like run off and go to like the kids section and like read as many books as they want, and you know, play with the stuff or whatever, as long as they're respectful. I miss that. And of course everything is dying. Like, I don't think Books A Million exists anymore. Does Barnes & Noble? I think Barnes & Noble's kind of exists, but they mostly went online now, right? People just order stuff online or get like digital books. Borders? Does Borders exist anymore? That was another bookstore. I just wanted to look. Playground. I wanted to touch the phone. There's a door here. There's also a thing that says playground. Hello, nothing to see here. Are you sure? What happens if I go... Oh, I just put you back here again. Okay. This is a very interesting, like, take on liminal stuff. I'm loving it. I love being, like, thrown around randomly, too, because it's kind of like a puzzle. You don't know where you're going to end up. Do not enter. So there's the phone. Books A Million is mainly online. Most of Barnes & Nobles are still active. Popular pull for people. Even the clearance section has some gems. Each store is different, but the ones near the malls are the best. We also have, in Seattle, where I've gotten some manga from, is Awajimaya? Or, well, Awajimaya is a giant Japanese supermarket, but they have Kinokuniya, which is like a big bookstore. And I occasionally go in there if I want to get, like, manga and stuff and import things. You're allowed. One last call. Use it well. Should I? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Well, that did nothing. Oh, look at this. This is like airport carpet, chat. I love liminal airports. That's another thing I got to experience as a kid, is just being taken to airports and going to the airport arcades and all that. Do not touch. What happens if maybe I don't want to touch it just yet. We can come back to that. VR chat has some really good... One in particular map, it's like a liminal airport. Very nice. Very nostalgic. I think the thing, I don't fly much anymore, of course, because it's expensive and I just have a hard time handling flying, but, because I get sick. Funny enough. As much as I can tolerate VR, I cannot do flights. It's very rough on me, but, a lot of airports have very interesting, like, designs in them. You know, there's always, like, something weird or some sort of, like, attraction at some of the airports that are around. So it's nice, like, if you happen to get a delayed flight or stuck there for a little bit, there's usually something, like, unless you end up in, like, the little shitty airports, the in-between airports, which has definitely happened as well. There's definitely those, but, like, I've been, like, when, like, way back in the day when I've flown around on the West Coast, being stuck at certain airports is pretty interesting, actually having the time to explore quite a while before you fly. What's this? Is this a theater? Oh, what? Theater? There's a fucking theater in here? There's a whole ass theater in here. Like, I think this is, like, usable, too. Huh. Interesting. But, like, how would you get here? You would need to find a shortcut to get here. Otherwise, it's like secret liminal theater. Interesting. Probably have more Japanese-oriented stores. Yeah, like Daiso. We have a few of those here. I do have a Daiso that's a bit closer now. It's not in Seattle. I need to go there because I always hear about all the fun stuff that Daiso has. It's like a little... It's almost like a Japanese dollar store, but they have a lot of interesting stuff there. So I haven't been to one in a while, but I need to go trek over there. Wanted Battle Royale and a Japanese D store. Look just like Yakuza style store? Huh. Alright, let's see what happens when I... Oh, no! Not here! This might mean I can go in the tunnels, though. I went down here, right? Oh, this just takes me... Okay, maybe the theater doors go somewhere? Black tea, green tea. Do you have any particular types of black tea that you like to? Green tea, Green tea it can taste good. It just really depends on which. Like, there are green teas I've had, what brand? It was like some sort of Korean canned green tea. There's definitely stuff like that where, like, it's extremely strong. And, like, you might want sugar with it or honey. I usually like adding honey to tea these days and I don't do sugar. Congrats, your soul is mine. You've wandered in my hotel long enough to lose sanity completely. I can finally reach your soul. Now sit back, relax, and wait to lose yourself. Become part of me. Become part of this hotel. Fuel for my stomach. So the hotel was like a SCP. Bad ending. You didn't find your soul fragments while exploring the hotel. Your sanity is gone for good, and you don't seem to be able to escape this prison. Interesting. So, like... I'm, like, stuck in here? Oh, I am stuck in here. Well, at least they gave me a toilet. That's unfortunate. Does that mean... So, the way this is designed, that's interesting. Let me sit down on... I'm gonna sit on the toilet, on the shitter, for a little bit to think about what just happened here. I feel like that's had to happen at least once in, like, a porta potty, or, like... Not a porta potty. Some like, outdoor toilet where it was, like... not convenient to sit on it properly. Okay, so this, I'm guessing the way this works is that you have a limit on how many doors. I'm gonna guess the way it's triggered this ending thing that I'm, like, this area that I'm stuck in, and the bad ending is you have a certain amount of doors or like teleports that you can go through. And if you don't find all the crystals by, like, the last door, then you get the bad ending. So I don't know if I could go through this again. I kind of want to see if I can find some more rooms, but this was, like, very interesting. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, okay, so I gotta get the locks. You know, it's possible that I've been in all the rooms, but I haven't gotten the locks. Oh, I love this world. Can I just stay in this hallway forever? This is the most pleasant hallway. Except for this area here. Oh, that's right. Okay, so... yeah, I gotta get the locks. So I think this area here... I don't think I unlocked this area. So, this seems like the set of rooms that are in... Does this do anything? It's so funny how people make video games, like actual working arcade machines in VR chat, but at the moment, it's fascinating because the ability of video games in VR chat, like, are like in the arcade machines, are like what Atari was, and people are figuring out. Like, I played kind of shmup. Like, they're kind of like basic, like, mobile games at the moment, like the most basic mobile games, but it'll be interesting if people eventually figure out a way to make, like, more advanced arcade machines in VR chat, because you're basically, like, there are some maps that have, like, they're just filled with arcade machines, like functional arcade machines, so you basically can go into an arcade in VR chat. Here's the lock. Okay. Go back down here. I don't remember where this... Did this end up... Oh, it's the red area. Okay. So... I don't think I unlocked this area? Okay, so this is... I'm still missing crystals, though. kind of like this little space. Makes me feel like I'm in Tron. Isn't it funny too? Because like the VR space, like if you're someone that grew up like knowing Tron, it's very surreal. Like I never knew. So we're here again. I don't think. Okay, so I got to do the lock here. Yeah, VR. I never thought I would be experiencing VR, and it would be like this. Like as a younger person, I never thought we would get something like this. I thought maybe we would get like, I don't know, interactive holograms before virtual spaces, but like technology feels like it's fast and slow at the same time. Like certain things I never expected we would have like in the way it is now, but other technology is like really behind. Like I feel like technology where this is something that's talked about before, but technology where we interact with others seems to go really fast. And other stuff is just like still it's like why isn't it advanced yet? Why haven't we figured this out? So I remember going in here, right? I'm trying to figure out where I haven't been. Like I went here. Oh, I went down the ball hole. That's what happened. I went down the ball hole while I was complaining about video games. Oh, these have collision. Oh, I haven't been. Okay, yeah, I didn't go over here. Ooh. Ah. It's like really deep. When you're in VR, some people experience like a weird gut feeling when they jump. I don't know if new users experience that. But me, I like jumping down holes in VR. It does not bother me. I actually have acrophobia in real life. I think it's probably better than it used to be. When I was a little kid, I was like, I had a hard time even if I climbed up a dresser, I had a hard time jumping down because I thought I would like injure myself. Ooh. Oh, this is like super brutalist. So I haven't jumped down this area yet. This path, yes, this path, it's the most correct, I think. Jump. Chat, it's the Liminal man. I'm sure VR. Ooh, this is a new place. I'm sure VR is. I don't know if VR is fucking up my vision more or what. I mean, maybe, but. Ooh, this is a new place. I don't trust these platforms because I have a feeling they would like. They're gonna allow me. They cause me to fall. What happens if I jump down here? Also, okay, I think I got the lock for this area. This is like, what do you call this? This is like, it's pool rooms, but not. You need glasses to see anything. See, you've been wearing glasses since 6th grade. Yeah, I didn't start until 30s. So my vision's been generally good. Like I have, what do you call it? It's not nearsighted. I'm longsighted. I can see it very well. Small text and long distances. So that's how good my vision generally is. But I have like an astigmatism problem. So my mom has to wear glasses. So like I'm pretty sure I will have to eventually, like things will degenerate. Just sucks with certain headphones. Oh god, not this area again. I can probably here. Let me. So if certain areas unlocked, I can just skip over to them and find new paths. Oh god, I don't know why that music scared me. I want to go back here because I want to see what happens when I jump. Okay. What if I... Oh, okay, so... Interesting. Oh, this area. I don't think I have the lock for this area. This is spooky. The ghost boxes. Oh, there's like a... Is there a door here? I don't have the lock. And I don't know if I collected the crystal from this area. So let me just go through like a door. Okay, so I'm back here. Huh. Interesting. Did I jump down the hole here before? I don't remember. I'm gonna do it. Back here again. Huh. That took me back. What the fuck? Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna... I think I've been to most rooms. I might call it here. I am missing, like, 2, though. That's gonna drive me nuts. I kind of feel like the office had a lot of areas, right? And then this one? Like, I only got... Oh, I got the pill effect again. I only got, like, 1 area because I jumped down a hole. So... What happens if I... Can I undo the pills? I can undo the pills. So I'm curious if there's another... Is there more pills? Pills. What does this pill do? I wonder if I actually have to take all the pills. There's the hole I went in. There's a hole there. Oh, there's... Okay. Oh. I haven't gotten in there yet. What do you mean, cheater? Alright. What happens if I go in here? Oh, okay. It just takes me back here. So, I got another crystal. Is there a way to actually... I wonder if there's a way to get in here. Or if that's just for show. Because there are doors. Alright, chat. I think that'll be it. That was fun. That was like one single entire map that had all that stuff for like... How long I was in it? Oh, it's getting close to like 3 hours. Holy shit. Yeah, that was awesome. I don't know if this world has persistence, but if it does, maybe I will come back here and try and see if I can find, figure out what the ending is, but it may take a while because everything's kind of like a little random. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's always fun to do these like solo streams. Considering I only went through one map, there's definitely a lot more maps I need to check out. But it's nice to find like a long, like a huge exploration map sometimes. Those are my favorite. So So I'm going to check this place out off stream and see if I can find the last 2 gems that I'm missing for the good ending. Okay, that's really funny. So one of the gems was right at the beginning where it actually tells you about the gems, and somehow I actually blinded that. I don't recall getting a gem in this place here. Usually it just walks straight through. So I think this might be... I don't know where the gem could be in this area here. Huh. Is this... Okay, that goes nowhere. I never noticed that before. Oh my god. Did I really blind this gem? It's like right on the side here. I think this is like the last one. I think I have all of them now. And to think it was just in the beginning? The 2 in the very beginning of the map, and I blinded those, and I could have actually finished this on stream. So I explored as much as I can explore. I got all the crystals. Also, I blinded the fact that I'm supposed to only have 14 unlocked areas and not more than that. I wasn't missing 2 at all. But I think I finally got the ending now because the area that was locked off before when I was streaming is open, so let's see what happens. Is there other trap souls? Oh. Is this the actual entity in the hotel? Looks kind of like a spider. Kind of wish I had actually gotten the remaining stuff on stream, but that's fine. You've reached as far. This hotel, it's an entity as a whole. It feeds on lost human souls. The building keeps traveling around the world, trapping humans for a meal. For uncovering the secrets of this place, you've been rewarded with the opportunity of saving your own soul from a terrible ending. The catch? Working for the entity and managing the hotel's presence. Gather more souls for him. Do accept. Sure, why not? Oh, I guess I'm working in the hotel now. Welcome to your new life. Trapped in time loop, forced to see groups of friends coming in and out, watching them slowly losing themselves in the corridors of this inhumane machine. There's nothing you can do but watch. Your task will be to guide them and manipulate their choices, trap them, and feed the demon beasts, so you can live another day. Your reward is immortality. You are free to wander through the infinite rooms of the hotel. Sometimes you even break the rules and talk with the new souls. Having nice conversations brings back the humanity in you. Is that a good end? I don't know. The other ending was the bad ending. Is this the other bad ending? Well, I guess there are no true good endings here. You're still trapped here. You're just not a prisoner in the other way. Right, well that was Liminal Hotel. I really enjoyed that experience. It was a unique take on doing liminal, like a liminal map and featuring like different types of liminal rooms. I think it's a really creative take on it. I like to see more stuff like this in the future. And I really enjoyed exploring this, so thank you. Okay, so I'm at the Liminal Hotel. I already spent time exploring this map for around 3 hours and streaming it, so I'm going to try and do a speedrun and see how fast I can try and get the good ending. Make sure to grab the gem here because I easily blinded it before. Okay. You want to head down the right hallway and into this room with a TV. Now make sure you hit the locks. That way you have easy access to these areas once you've been through them. Okay, so you want to get the soul gem there. Here's the library. Make sure you hit the lock in the gym over here on the right side. Jump down the hole. We're in the clown rooms. Hit the lock here. Alright. We'll go into the yellow pipe, and the gem you want is right on top of the present. We go back out. Let's go down the slides here. Okay, grab the gem here. And what we're going to do here is there's a gem that requires you to end up in a void area, which is sometimes hard to get to, unless you get like really lost. So what we're going to do is when you end up in the room with the red light hallway, we're going to jump off here. We ended up in the void. You can actually see the crystal right ahead in this area with the lights. Just want to grab it real quick. Alright. Now, just to make it easy, the doors are hard to see in here, and they do lead to a bunch of different areas, but just for the sake of just making it easy to find, you want to go to the door that's closest to the void sign here. Okay, so we're going to end up back here behind just a little bit, but all you got to do is just go back through the areas you went in before. Yellow slides. Okay, so we're back here, and we're going to go through the normal way. Now make sure you hit the lock that's up here. Alright. See, after jumping down, you want to take the very first door, but make sure you get the gem first. Alright. Okay, hit the lock over here. This is the concrete room, or the brutalist room. Okay, so you want to head towards your right. Get the gem there. And then we're going to go all the way to the end of this hallway. Now keep in mind, this is just for speedrunning it. I wouldn't recommend doing this on your first go-through of this map, because there are a lot of interesting things to see outside of the usual path you would take to try and speedrun this, so I recommend spending time exploring it at your own pace. Okay, so we're going to drop down here. Okay. So just carefully walk on the path that appears. Grab the gem here. Go straight ahead. And now we're in the tunnel. The tiled tunnel. There's a lock here. And the gem here. Okay, we're in the twisty hallway. Okay, you want to go straight down to the whiteboard here. And there's a gym right here. Now this area doesn't have an unlock because it's attached to the twisty hallway, so if you got the lock in the twisty hallway, you should be good. Now you'll want to take the door that's right in the middle here in the main area, the second door. Okay. Get the lock. I call this the questionnaire room. Now, you can do this speedrun without doing any of the questions. It's just, I think the questions are just for fun. I don't think they influence the doors. Okay. Now make sure you check the very corner of this room for the crystal, the gem. There you go. It's easy to blind. So we're gonna go through the blue door. Okay. There we go. Got the lock there. This is the pool rooms. One of a couple pool rooms. Okay. There's the gems here. Grab that, and then go to the blue area. Do not go anywhere else. Only go to the blue area. Alright. So we're going to answer yes. Have you reached peace of mind? And we're going to end up in this little place here. This should be quick to get through. Just drop down to the very third floor. Be careful not to fall in the hole. Alright. So I'm going to drop down here. And this is going to take me back here. But I'm going to take a different door this time. So we're going to take the red door. And that leads us to this strange pool room. Okay. You want to follow this all the way down. Alright, make sure you grab the gem by the TV over here. Alright, and we're off to our final destination. So you want to go down the tunnel that has the briefcase in front of it. That should take us to our last area. It's quite a long tunnel, so it may be a bit. Alright, we're in the office rooms. Should be the last area if we got all our crystals. Okay. So just follow this all the way around, whichever side you decide to go in. Don't go out there. There is a way to actually loop around if you do end up out there on the side, but you don't need to go out there. Okay, so we're gonna go down this area here. This is 4. Grab the gem here. There we go. Alright. Alright, so there is a theater at the end of this area here. Now, if you collected all the gems, you'll get the good end. If you didn't, you'll get the bad end. The bad end traps you in like a little prison, and then you'll have to respawn and collect more. Get the rest of them, and then the good end should have this area open here. If you get the bad end, this area will be locked off. So, I got all the gems. And then you can continue on to the ending.